Hello, me again. Man, aren't you glad this whole Kavanaugh thing's over? Like, holy crap, man. You know, it's like everything for the last 3 weeks has been Kavanaugh, Kavanaugh, Kavanaugh. You let the saga end already. Either hang him or put him in the Supreme Court, for fuck's sakes. I just get fed up with all this hoo-ha over something that was fake to begin with. You know, I mean, personally, I don't know if them two ever had this so-called get-together or whatever they're calling it now. The story's changed so many damn times I can't keep track. It went from locking her in a classroom to locking them in the classroom and raping her, and then all of a sudden she was being gang raped, you know, by aliens and stuff. I don't know. It just got so silly, and it's just like, how can anyone take this girl with any credibility, right? She's one of the ones who are shitting on the Me Too movement, and basically so did Hollywood, and so did a bunch of these anonymous complaints. That, you know, if you're going to make a complaint, bring your name forward. Like, I just don't see it, but, you know, I'm just glad this whole Kavanaugh thing's over. It's just like, holy crap. Well, we're going to hear the whining for the next week or two. That's expected. The libtards are going to go off, but I'm glad it's done, I tell you. There was a feminist march in Toronto. Watch this footage.
Stop protecting rapists! Stop protecting rapists!
The U.S. vote doesn't only create division down south, but the conversation crosses over into Canada. This gender professor from Ryerson University says these political events have sparked major demonstrations worldwide, including last year where tens of thousands took to the streets here in Toronto in protest of U.S. President Donald Trump and socio-political issues that continue to create a gender divide. 2017 also highlighted the communities whose voices have been left ignored, including women of color, trans women, homeless people, and sex workers. The social movement calls for additional support and networks available to those who've been impacted by sexual assault, harassment, and violence. And Marsha Barber says these demonstrations will continue to grow.
There you have it. Even girls in Toronto and all across the world are pissed off about Kavanaugh getting in. So, no, like I said, I feel for rape victims. I do, and you know, any one of us can be one. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter, okay? Or a child. I mean, we can all suffer that humiliation. I couldn't even put into words, because I think everyone would feel a little bit different, but a lot the same, if you know what I mean. It's not. I just don't feel it's something that, you know, I want to get into on a video, simply because I've never been and hope I never do. And, you know, like I said, it's something we all seem to look bad on, but it still keeps happening. So it kind of makes me wonder. And then now they're, you know, bringing in a race of a bunch of people who are freely doing it, and with children, and it's just. So I don't know, it's almost hypocritical that they're worried about this Kavanaugh person when in a rally before they were wearing hijabs, okay? I don't get it. Wearing hijabs is supporting oppression of women. Like, I don't get these feminists at all. I never have, never will. Just thoroughly oogie. It's all I can say about them. I just, look, I'm all for women's equality. Like, what woman isn't, right? But to turn around and do what they're doing and being paid by a Nazi collaborator, George Soros, and some crooked Hollywood people, I can't support anything of that nature. And, you know, the pussy hats, and it's got so silly and so stupid. I don't even want to be associated with it. But man, am I ever glad that shit's over. I was on the Amazing Polly page. Not the Amazing, it was on Amazing Polly page. And she did a segment on a smart city, and it was an article from the Globe and Mail, which I'm putting below. It's an interesting article. It was written by Jim Balsillie, and I guess he was the founder of the BlackBerry contraptions, phones, whatever you call them. I never had one, so I don't know. But basically what Alphabet wants to do, which is Google, is to take a portion of Toronto and totally mass surveil it. Like, they want to build crap into the sidewalks. They want to, every building, everywhere, everything you do, your heartbeat's monitored, everything. I mean, think about it. Like, why would they want to do this? And personally, look, I'm okay with people having cameras and stuff on their stores and stuff. I mean, it helps us catch really bad people and stuff, so that it does work out good in some ways. But this whole surveillance thing is just really weird. I don't know why they want to go that way. Hard to say. It's kind of weird, but the part that got me when I read this article was that douchebag, Eric Schmidt, thanks the Canadian people for paying, creating, and transferring the core of AI technology, and he credits Alphabet's success from our money, from our taxpayers' funds. He's building his company on other people's taxpayer funds. When they get probably trillions in tax breaks and welfare, corporate welfare, that's a slap in the face. And I don't care who you are or whether you pay taxes or not. That's a kick in the fucking face, because that's our money, okay? And it's deemed to go to our infrastructure and our medical, our educational, and our, they're stripping everything that we have essential services to do shit like this. I don't know. Anyway, so Sidewalk Labs is the company who wants to basically invade our every part of life. We're in this business to make money, they said. Sidewalk wants full autonomy from the city regulations. Why? I mean, it has to be regulated. You can't just have that kind of technology in the corporate hands. I mean, we already have enough with cell phones and computers and TVs and every other damn thing. And now they basically want to not be watched by the city, and that's creepy. I think I'm going to stay out of Toronto. Like they're planning a whole Toronto waterfront project of these of a smart city. Basically, it's going to be, I don't know, some people might find that neat. Myself, it's creepy. And the fact that our body works on shock and pulse, okay, that's what keeps our body going. That's what sends all the messages out through the nerve systems and every other damn thing. All this technology could affect people and their inner workings. I mean, I don't know. You're playing with some real fire there, and I just think it's pretty fucked up. But basically, what they want to do is they want to take over every aspect of our lives. They already have cell phones. They already have everything monitored. All of our landlines, everything's all monitored, right? They have cameras every fucking where. You can't fucking sneeze without them knowing you sneezed. And so now they want to go even further, and it's just, I see it going. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie called They Live with Rowdy Piper. If you haven't, you should. Very much reminds me of that movie. If not the whole theme of 1984, but that movie in particular, and a couple of Star Trek episodes from the old original Star Trek. Yeah, that's just too creepy, and I think they're going a little bit far, and now they want to do it right in Toronto. I mean, think about it, Toronto, right? That's I don't know. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with it. The taxpayers and them paid for all this douchebag and his company, who's a multi-trillion-dollar company. They make billions a year, okay? And they want our taxpayer funds to build their stupid city, okay? That we can't control, we have no say over. And I don't know. People, you should really read that article down below I left. I'm going to leave Polly's video as well. I think it's a good watch. She has some good insights and thoughts about where this could go. I don't kind of want to go there because I want to investigate this more. It scares the fuck out of me. It really does. It's not something that I want to face. It's going to drive me out to the country, if anything. I'll tell you that right now. And I don't care how expensive it is to live out in the country. Basically, I'm not okay with being monitored and watched. It's just creepy. And, like I said, and it all runs back to that document that I put out the day before yesterday called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, that in itself outlines all this stuff too, where they're going, okay? It's creepy. And the fact that Alphabet has managed to get our government to agree that the taxpayers are paying for his company's technologies bothers me a lot. And I hope it bothers you too, because that's not good, okay? In any case, I'm gonna say goodbye now, because I'm getting pissed. But I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll chat with you soon.